All the way from slap or scrap all the way to boot and leg. It's the hilarious Pythia.
Hi!
Bootleg opinions.
Pythia, did you know that where you live affects what contents are streaming on your services?
I did not know that.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark, a VPN, an award-winning virtual private network where you can change your location with a click of a button. For example, I live in the USA. I cannot watch what my friends in the UK, Australia, Canada, or anywhere in the world are watching because of my location, ranging from television shows, movies, documentaries, and more. But with Surfshark, I can change my location and watch what everybody else is watching. It is absolutely safe to use, even on public Wi-Fi. And with one subscription, you and your friends can use it in different rooms on multiple devices. And with a feature like that, you can save so much money.
I'm gonna sign up right now.
So what are you waiting for? Sashay away to the link in the description and use my code to sign up for 3 months free with Surfshark and 83% off your whole subscription.
I cannot wait to start watching all the content that I deserve.
Now I'm gonna click my mouse and go to the UK and see what our friends are watching. Click.
So the category is Bingo, She Bettah Don't, or Do, either.
Now what do you look for in a design challenge?
Intrigue me. I want them to tell a story. Surprise me. There's so many seasons of Drag Race, so many franchises. We've seen so much. I just want to see something well-crafted and new.
We first up have Sminty and also LaFille. Now, Sminty is a queen that loves showing off her body, and last week I kinda was a little bit underwhelmed and she wasn't really bringing it. But in this episode, she is able to show off us her body, but also give us a silhouette. This whole concept is giving me Go-Go Girl, very genie, very 60s, very fun and camp. The only thing that I wish that Sminty did over here was to give us the same fabric that is matte instead of doing sequin on the arms. And the legs, I think she could have kept sequin, kind of like how LaFille did it. And I think to kind of keep the pair going a little bit more, would be have a ponytail or some kind of hair in the back of Sminty. I do enjoy this whole look together. And I think that this should have been the winning look for this whole challenge. I kid you not.
I agree 100%. I was very shocked about our winners, but we will get into that. The storyline was there for me. The moment they stepped out, I love the sort of picturesque 60s. It's so fun. I love the drapery. They look kind of like Greek nymphs. It reminds me of sort of this Greek designer, Peppa, that all the like pop girlies are wearing. Like the sort of wet look, the drapery. They look like Greek statues. The color is stunning. I don't know what Alan Carr was talking about. Blue is an absolute beautiful color. They really, really worked it. And oh my God, can we talk about their abs? Holy crap, both of them, eh? Ab team, just enough skin, just enough fashion. I love the texture, like the soft sort of like satiny lycra, and then like the sparkly sequin. They did so well. It was so unique and beautiful, and they looked stunning. So yeah.
Also a lot of work put into it. For example, with LaFille's, there's a lot of ruching. Even with the bracelets and also the earrings, she made the sequin fabric and turned them into accessories that I really enjoy. She used everything that was in the box and turned them into a look.
Iconic. Up next, we have Black Peppa and J Blonde, as Ru calls her. It's a very interesting concept. I think they really tried something unique and something new. It's something that I haven't seen before on the show, this sort of like weaving basket technique. It could be applied in a more strategic way, I believe, and I also really do think that it cost them a lot of time. I feel like that time would have been best spent in creating something more stable and structural that wouldn't fall apart on the runway. So I really did think that it worked against them. It is a very cool, unique technique, I will admit. I feel like the wig of Peppa sort of like ate her up. It kind of framed her face in a very strange way. It looked very small in comparison to the rest. As for J Blonde, she looks beautiful. I do not agree with Michelle's critique that this color washes her out. I think it actually is very complimentary to her skin, and the blonde hair was a very perfect look for me.
I think these two looks had potential. I think you're absolutely right with Black Peppa's wig that it was eating her up. I always talk about this, I feel like in this season for every episode, is that these queens need some earrings because the color contrast would have really broken up the look, right? For example, when you wear a dress sometimes, you will wear a belt just to break up the colors a little bit. So for Black Peppa, if she had matching earrings and maybe like a French hat going on at the top, it would have framed her face a little bit more. And I think for Jonbers Blonde, with some earrings as well, I think it would have contrasted the colors that Michelle Visage was referencing.
And I agree with you. Like, what is with these girls this season not wearing earrings? Did someone sneak into the workroom and steal their jewelry boxes? What is going on? We need an FBI agent to look into this. I don't know what's happening. Where are your jewelry girls?
I feel like last season, we kept saying that these queens kept wearing too much jewelries, like the necklaces, take some of the jewelries off, and now I guess they washed it and now nobody wants to wear an earring.
Now they got the wrong memo. They were like, oh,
And I think some weaving on top of the dress that Jonbers Blonde was wearing, it would have given it a little bit more depth and interest than just fabric, right? It would have connected the look with Black Peppa a little bit more.
Especially in the skirt and the waist part. It looks a little bare. It should have added a bit more.
And also maybe some gloves as well, or like an arm piece on both sides of their looks would have completed the look for me.
Or some long neon nails. That would have been cool.
Yeah, for Jonbers Blonde, it would have been on the left side because she does have the fringe on the other side already. An arm piece would have been cool.
I agree.
And Black Peppa, I would have done it on either side. It would have been cool. And this one had potential. It was just missing some pieces for me that would have completed the look. Next up is Danny Beard and Pixie Polite. I do think that this is a safe look. There's not much to talk about, right? If it was like on any other season, this would have been a low.
I bought them.
But I think that everybody else did so bad and incomplete that this ended up being safe. You know what I mean?
I feel like it really worked in their favor that the rest were kind of more mediocre, let's just say. Their bodies look beautiful, their proportions are right, the shoulders and everything. It's just a little basic, like it doesn't inspire me or it doesn't tell me like something unique. The thing that I think didn't really work on their favor as well is that this runway was not supposed to be twins, right? It was supposed to be a sort of collection, referencing each other, but matching and telling a story together, but not being twins. I feel like there could have been more variation in their style. Maybe different cut. Maybe one is sleeveless and one has sleeves. One has more accentuated hips and one is more fitted. I don't know, but sort of the same color palette. And even maybe the chains could have been distributed a lot more, maybe like on the waist or something. I don't know. It was just very bland and basic and copy-paste for me.
One of them could have been pants, one of them could have been a dress.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy these two colors together, that it gave it a little bit more of an edge.
Yeah.
So I think that it worked in their favor that everybody else was, kind of bad. But props to them for doing a safe look, They do look good.
There we go.
But I do have one thing to pick apart with Danny Beard's dress, that it was too short.
Yes.
That was the only thing.
I hope Swatcha was out, honey. Up next, we have Dakota Schiffer and Baby. I may be a little controversial by saying this. I was surprised that they got such a high commentary. I feel like the sort of Kendall Jenner latex underbody with like the pattern on top is kind of overdone for me. I've seen it quite a few times, especially in drag. But also on the red carpet, the Emmys 2019, honey, it's been done. I wanted to see something new, something that excites me, and I don't think I got it from them. Besides the point, they look amazing, their beautiful faces are stamped, their hair is matching, they look great, so I will not deny that part. It's just the concept for me was a little more, basic. They look great, that's all I have to say.
Well, you girls look good, in the words of Gia God.
Well, you girls look good.
I think this look wasn't a winning look for me as well. I think that I enjoyed Baby's, but Dakota's, I felt like it needed some editing. Let's start with the hair. The hair was gorgeous. They both matched. Great. The earrings, which accentuated their face, gorgeous. I feel like with Baby's dress, the top was kind of ill-fitting. And then with Dakota's, I liked the print at the top. But then I feel like the piece that's on the dress, it didn't really do much for me.
It's like an afterthought.
Between these two, I liked Baby's a little bit more. Between LaFille and also Sminty, that one was more clear than this one. There were more pros in that one than this.
I agree.
Last pair is Copper Top and also Cheddar Gorgeous. I agree that Copper Top didn't bring it in this runway. They already told her to change her boots, but she didn't care, so she wore her white boots with this. Compare these two looks together, I enjoyed Cheddar Gorgeous more because there's more work put into it. Let's go back to Copper Top, right? I feel like if she matched the boots with the outfits and also some gloves to accentuate and connect the looks together, it would have been a little bit more complete. And those two pieces in front of her didn't really do it for me. And I feel like if she does the blonde hair and the gold outfit, I feel like if she did black earrings, it would have popped more, or maybe like a black lip, it would have popped more. As far as Cheddar Gorgeous goes, they loved it. I thought it was alright. I wasn't as excited as they were. I feel like she just brings it in every runway, that this was just like, okay. I feel like the top, it's where it feels like it's complete, but then from the waist down, it just seems like she ran out of time.
Say what you want, but I do not personally see Barbarella in these looks at all. More like Barbafella? I don't know. I feel like they could have kind of done something what Sminty and LaFille did, where they could have made boot covers with the gold fabric and just kind of made thigh-high boots in that way. And I feel like it would have carried around the colors and the textures a little better. Especially copper tops. I believe the silhouette is not very flattering to her. It seems like a leotard with just a draped cape over top of it. Cheddar Gorgeous's is a little more completed. It looks like a molten metal. She looks like a sort of alien goddess. It kind of fits her hair more. The concept is a little more carried through, except for waist down. I also have to agree. Also, Copper Top's wig is a little too low, don't you think? I think it's kind of giving Teresa Jundice or whatever her name is. You know what I'm talking about? It didn't really work for me.
Cheddar Gorgeous, I would have done the ear cuffs. Very fantasy.
Yes, like elven, like alien, pointy, yeah.
Make the shoulder pieces a little bit higher, maybe like an armor piece down here, and then if she covered the boots in gold, I think that would have been it, and then she extend the gold a little bit more so that it doesn't seem like gold pasted on top of a leotard. I would enjoy that more, so it seem more complete.
Yes. And even copper tops, like if they made like sort of a bunched up peplum or a cape on the hips and it sort of carried down like a skirt, it would have looked so regal and beautiful. And it would have looked more princessy, and then Cheddar could have looked more villainous, you know, in contrast to that. There's just styling options that they could have done to help their case, but it didn't really work on their favor.
You know what I wish Copper Top would have done? Just made a simple leotard and then make the cape lining gold.
Yeah.
And then the top just that exact same color so that there's like a contrast between those two. It would have been a safe, clean look instead of just looking a little bit incomplete, you know? Because I know that they were trying to do a little bit more than just being safe, but I think that it ended up not working in their favor.
I agree.
Silence! Bring back my opinions. Who is your favorite group? And then who is your favorite one out of that group?
My favorite one would have to be Sminty Drop and LaFille. I think they really carried through the story, and I think I'm gonna have to give it up to LaFille.
I absolutely agree and disagree with the judges that the group that should have won for this challenge should have been Sminty Drop and also LaFille. And out of the group, I would have to say LaFille as well. And I am not surprised because she is a very crafty queen in a good way, very creative and making things work. So congrats, LaFille! Woo!
Yes, I cannot wait to see more from her. She looks iconic and I love her personality and I'm very on my toes about her.
And thank you, Pythia, for joining Bootleg Opinions. We'll see you very soon. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
And as usual, thank you for choosing Bootleg as your choice of drag.
Ding.